Good afternoon, YTPC. How are you all doing? Well, I got up this morning, a bit of a shocker looking out the window. It was like this. Well, I just want to show you some beautiful spring weather after Easter in Switzerland. I mean, look at it. I really must get out the Christmas decorations again. We had a sprinkling of this the last couple of days, but today is like starting to be a blizzard. Ridiculous. And all the trees and the blooms that were just coming out might be spoiled by this. Oh, it's very cold. I'm going back inside and light a fire. You'd think it'd all come at Christmas time, but after Easter, Anyway, it's warmed up a bit this afternoon and it's starting to melt. But for that reason, I'm in the cellar today, very cold on the balcony. And I just wanted to update you about the troll attack and also to make a tribute to my good friend Paul the Piper. As most of you have read, he was very instrumental in catching those culprits. So what appears to have happened is this was a very localized attack that did not affect my Google account. I checked now very thoroughly with that and all of the other information that's out there, also on Instagram, Facebook, and my videos, and it appears this was the beginning of this attack and very localized. Apparently what they do is they hijack your identity just on the chat stream. So somehow on the window of that, or the entrance of that, when you go in, there's a way to sort of duplicate and pretend you're one of the people in the chat line. It does not mean that they have hacked your entire account and done all the corresponding damage there. So that was something of a relief. Of course, I've changed my password and I will retain the new channel name and avatar. I actually quite like it, the new one, and just in case somebody comes back, I need to be able to differentiate myself now versus that identity. You never know. As far as I know, those two trolls their websites have been shut down, so their channels have been shut down in YouTube, and YouTube are on them now, and that should go to prosecution, because effectively more and more the laws and regulations are especially on impersonating somebody more serious. So I will keep an eye on how that's going, and if there's any news, I'll be coming back to you. The other thing I've done is I've deactivated for the moment, not deleted, but deactivated my Facebook and Instagram channels. I actually only use them quite rarely to access somebody who has, for example, a pipe shop there or a tamper shop, and a little bit Facebook was with my family, with my wife's side, more active, but my wife is still then connected to them that way. So until I feel that maybe the level of security has been improved by those organizations, I think you saw very recently the Tobacco Pipes International video, where I think many of us in YTPC and throughout YouTube have got irritations of hacking or really serious things about hacking, especially people who are doing business and need it for their business, it's very, very serious. So I really would expect Facebook, Instagram, Google and YouTube to get out there. They have the money, they have the expertise, and they have the power, and they need to stop this pollution and ransacking of their systems because it's affecting their clientele. And the fact that I deactivated accounts, there must be other people who are thinking, do I really need this? Can I either deactivate or delete my account? And if they let it go too rampant, too long, that may be the consequence. So I'm hoping to see that this situation improves and that we're not bombarded, if you like, by these nasty links that appear on many of the videos now, and any of these nasty troll activities. I would like to thank everybody in YTPC. My video where I announced this problem had a tremendous response. Last time I looked, 700 views, and many people in YTPC, all of subscribers and my friends out there have given support, and I really sincerely, it was very touching that everyone rallied, if you like, and gives us a support. And I think that's a wonderful thing in this community. If only we had this in all the countries of the world, we would have a very happy planet, wouldn't we? This is the power of the pipe, you know. So I'm really most grateful, and do so appreciate every response that I received. Was really had to wipe a tear away from my eye at one point. Smoking today, a floppy pipe, which is one of those bigger shops in Italy, a bit like smoking pipes in the US, not as big as them of course, but good place, one of the places, 2 or 3 in Italy, which are really good. And this was one of their house pipes, and I just like the look of it. It's a blue poker, probably cherry wood. It was about €40, something like that, 9mm, and it's really a good old knockabout pipe, you know, to take with you, not too big, and smokes very well. And in it I'm mucking around with stacking again. I actually kind of like this Portman flake 1515. It's like you know, meant 3:15 in the afternoon, this could be your flake. I think that's how they named it. If it's topped, it's pretty light, but it's very rich in the tobacco flavors. So I think this is a Virginia Perique, a vapor, and it's got a bit of that spicy edge of the Perique, which I wasn't really sure if I would like that. I like the fruity side of Perique, but actually I kind of like it. It really surprises me because I kept going back to it, and I'm stacking this layer, about three alternative layers, with some Dunhill early morning pipe, and that works very well. It's really a pleasant smoke where you get this sort of increasing levels of the flake and the Perique, and then sort of relaxed back to that gentle early morning pipe, and mixed with a little Latakia in it and all of that. So it's actually great. Using my Spirit of St. Louis lighter, which Dale Piper put us onto, 12 quid, can't beat it. Actually, once you get the hang of this little flame adjuster here, which is quite sensitive, you know, once you don't sort of accidentally touch that, it's incredibly reliable, and it holds a big tank of gas. I was really amazed. So it's actually, for 12 quid, you can't beat it. Well, especially what I wanted to do in this short video is to make a tribute to Paul the Piper, because he took leadership really. He says, I know what's going on here and I know what to do, and he went right after them. He spent a lot of his night, most of the night, stayed up to track them down, and was sure he'd identified them, got to their channels in YouTube. So these fools had gone out and thought no one would follow them, and reported them to YouTube. Several of us did that to enhance the report, and YouTube shut their channels down. And I suspect that won't be the end of it for these guys. Be they teenagers or whoever, they should know better, and they should be punished for what they did. So that was a magnificent and heroic action by Paul the Piper, and a number of you know him already as a very good live stream moderator. So he's really one of the ones to get, because he can not only identify them and shut them off very quickly, he can go after them. And I don't know, Paul, if you watch this video, you could have actually a great career as a private cyber detective, a Sherlock Holmes in the cyber world. This problem is everywhere. There can't be enough people who, and many people out there, I think, feel helpless and would like help. And I could imagine this could be a very nice career opportunity, not only within YTPC and all of that, but much, much wider, because it's a common and enormous problem. I was reading today that YouTube publishes about 1.8 billion videos a day, and that every year they have about the same number of new subscribers. And I thought the population of the earth was only about 8 billion or something like that. So, you know, the problem, as we all know, is endemic in the system. So what I did is made a little proclamation here, which I'd like to share with you at the end of this video, to express my gratitude, because it's great that we have such skills in YTPC, and if we help each other in this wonderful way, we are very powerful and mighty, and our wrath on these odious trolls will be swift and merciless. And I think this is a good case of how you can fight back. So I decided that Paul deserves a medal. Anyway, you all take care out there and look after yourselves. I'll be back with another video in a day or two, and here's my proclamation. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. A proclamation. On this day of the Lord, April 6, 2021, let it be known that shall be awarded for bravery in the field to Queen Elizabeth, Britannic citizen Paul the Piper, with the Waterloo Medal for valour for his courageous battle with the odious trolls of the internet. He did both track and apprehend and escort to the YouTube pit of purgatory those evil trolls. Further shall be awarded to Paul the Piper the sum of 100 Britannic pounds, which he shall receive as a gift voucher from Cigars Limited, also known as Timaeus, for his various pleasures. The awards have been sent this day by the humble YTPC servant Redcoats Renaissance. God save the YTPC, Queen Elizabeth, and Paul the Piper.